Hello to all my sports card collector and investor friends. Thanks for joining me today. I'm making this video based on a request from a subscriber. Asked if I could do a Tom Brady rookie card video. And as much as I am not a Tom Brady fan, I seriously respect the guy. He is the GOAT, as much as I hate to say it, but I don't think that anyone has done it better than Tom consistently over a 20-year career. So his cards are I wouldn't say hot, they're expensive, but I mean, the guy has won 6 Super Bowls. Of course they're going to be expensive. If anyone's card should be expensive, and as far as football cards go, it's Tom Brady's. So today we're going to be talking about 5 of his rookie cards. And these are, I tried to find kind of base rookie cards. So there's a lot of variants and parallel cards that are very rare and very expensive. I tried to steer away from those just because I think they're going to be few and far between to find on the open market. And so I focused in on more of the base cards, and even some of those base cards are pretty rare and tough to find, but I wanted to zero in on ones that you would be more likely to see for sale as opposed to, some of those refractors that are extremely rare. So I'll go ahead and jump into it. The first card that I'm going to talk about is the most common one, and it's probably the most sought after, I would say, just because it is the most tradable, highly, there's just more transactions. It's kind of like Luka's Silver Prism, in basketball. It's just one that you see more often than some of the others, and that's the 2000 Bowman Chrome rookie, number 236. And I'm looking at all these in PSA 10. So PSA 9, of course, is an option. But I was just thinking, I mean, while these are expensive cards, they're not, $10, $15, $20,000 cards, not even $5,000 cards. So I went PSA 10 on all of these just to, as a reference point and just to keep it all consistent. And so for this 2000 Bowman Chrome rookie, something that I found that was really interesting that I wanted to share. In late January and February, this card was selling for anywhere from $2,000 to $2,200. Saw some at I think there was even one at maybe $1,800, $1,900. The recent sales on this card over the last couple of weeks I believe there's 3 or 4 sales, and they're between $3,099 and $3,250 for this card, which to me is pretty high, considering that the pop report for PSA 10 for this card is 1,023. So these are fairly available cards. Now, something that I've found is now Tom Brady does have a lot of rookie cards, but a lot of them are in college uniform, in his Michigan uniform, and those aren't always as attractive as we've seen in sports cards. Is the college unis. Some people really like them, and especially if you're a Michigan fan and happen to be a Tom Brady fan, then maybe those are fine for you. Maybe even those are preferred for you. But widespread across the industry, it seems like the Patriots uniform is going to be the one that is most sought after, and this one is a Patriots card, and it's a cool looking card. I mean, these Bowman Chromes are awesome. But I was just interested in that particular sale because, I mean, it's up $1,000 from its usual selling point. I mean, this is a card that's typically in that $2,000 range. And, honestly for me, I mean, just because there's over 1,000 of these on the pop report, I would probably, if I was going to buy one of these, I don't own any of these, but I would probably stick around in that $1,500 to $1,800 range. I would be really, really patient and just wait for one to fall into really, and I think $1,500 is going to be low for this card. I think a couple of years ago it could have been had at $1,500, $1,200 to $1,500. Now we're just at a point. Sports card investing, collecting has gotten so hot that what you're seeing is it seems like it's happening across all sports, where people are looking at, okay, who are the best players ever in hockey, in football, in basketball. So you're seeing the MJs, the LeBrons, the Tom Bradys, the Wayne Gretzkys. They're being bought up. Their prices are going way up because I think people are thinking, I think it's a smart move, is that long term, if we're looking at this, who are the guys that are going to be sought after and who are the guys that are going to be most wanted? And it's hard to take away. Those are low risk plays when you're buying Michael Jordan cards, because he's the GOAT. And Tom Brady is the football GOAT as it sits right now. So his cards have gone through the roof over the last couple months. I mean, this card is at $3,000 and it hasn't, I'm not sure if it's ever been that high. I don't think that it has. So, you know, that's something to watch. See if it keeps going up, if it slides back down. But right now it's just super, super expensive. For me, I wouldn't buy, and I'm not a Tom Brady collector, but even from an investment standpoint, I would wait just because he's towards the end of his career. I'd probably wait until he's a year or two retired before actually even getting into these. And actually, that's probably when I will look to buy a couple of Tom Brady rookie cards. Is, you know, he's so hot right now, and then, you know, he's coming into, you know, this Tampa situation where, you know, if he has an amazing season, his prices could go up. But I mean, if you look at statistics, even from when they won their last Super Bowl, that sixth Super Bowl, his cards only went up another 1 or 2%, 3%. They didn't go up very much. You'd think after you win a Super Bowl, you get a nice bump, but it was already baked in. His prices are already high. So unless he wins another Super Bowl with the Bucs this year, and even still, I don't know if it's going to really go. It's not going to skyrocket, I don't believe, if he wins a Super Bowl with Tampa. I think he'll get a bump, but it's just all baked in at this point. So anyway, that's my first card, that 2000 Bowman Chrome. Next up, I've got a 2000 Metal Tom Brady. This is also a Patriots uni, not a Michigan uniform. It's the 2000 Metal, number 267. The pop count for PSA 10 on this one, a lot lower, 184. And this one sells anywhere from $610 to $860 recently. So here's another option where, you know, again, if you can get on that low end, $500-600 for one of these, I think that that's a really good value. There's only 184, so there's, you know, nowhere near as much as there are Bowman Chromes. Now, it's just not, you know, it's not as maybe a popular of a set, which is fine, you know, but that's still it's a nice looking card. It's far more rare, and it's a Patriots uni. So I think long term, if you can get that on the lower end, $400, $500, $600, that's a good value play. Next up is my favorite card of this set, other than the Bowman Chrome. I really like the look of that one, but as far as just how the card looks, the 2000 Upper Deck Tom Brady rookie card, number 254. It almost looks bluish, this card. I mean, this is a sweet looking card. I mean, and this is one, I think that if I pull the trigger on one, it'll be this. So the PSA report or the pop report for PSA 10 on this one, 156. So there's not that many of them. These are selling a little bit more. These are at $1,099 to $1,329. So, you know, they're a little bit more expensive, obviously, than the metal card I just talked about. But again, pop report is low. It's just a cool looking card. It's a Patriots uni. It's Upper Deck. Upper Deck was a big name, you know, back in 2000. It's a known brand, and they just made some cool looking cards. So this will be the one, if this ever drops under 100 or under 1,000, if this is anywhere from $700 to $800, I'll be taking a really hard look at it. But again, it'll be after he retires from the NFL. I'm going to wait for him to cool off a little bit and to be forgotten about to some degree before I invest in Brady. But this is my favorite one of these five, is this 2000 Upper Deck, number 254. Next, I picked the 2000 Skybox Impact, number 27. Not as nowhere near as rare out there as, you know, the Upper Deck or the metal. There's 855 PSA 10s on the pop report right now of this card, and it sells for quite a bit lower. It's reflected in the price. Recent sales are at $350 to $385, and this one is kind of what we had talked about. It's the Michigan uni. So, you know, some people are going to like this, some people are going to shy away from this card. So, you know, understandable if you're not as into this one. I like this card. I think it's pretty cool. Honestly, I just think the way that those cards were made in 2000, a lot of these sets are pretty awesome. But I would probably not buy this card just because there's 855 PSA 10s. But again, if that thing drops down, you know, right now it's $350 to $385 in a hot sports card market. That drops down to $200, $250. Yeah, I'd probably pick up a couple of those. So that's my fourth card on the list. Last but not least, I have got the 2000 Score number 316 and it looks as if, okay, so yeah, so this card, it's the Michigan Uni. This one is very rare. The PSA 10 Pop Report shows currently 31 of these out there. There's just not many of them. It is the Michigan uniform, so something to keep in mind. But the pricing, you know, considering there's 31, there's one that sold in February at $760, and then thanks to 130point.com, I can see that the one sold in March, the best offer accepted was $1,000. It was listed at $1,200 with a best offer, and they ended up selling it for $1,000. So these are value cards to me just simply because there's only 31 out there. I mean, and maybe that number grows a little bit over time, but it's hard to think that there's probably going to be ever more than 100 of those in existence once you break open. If there's, you know, sealed boxes and whatever, you know, that number could go up, that PSA 10 number, but that's a solid play for rarity. I mean, if you're going for the scarce card, that is a scarce card. And for $1,000, I mean, heck, that one at $760 in February, to me, that is a solid price. If you're getting it on that low end at $750, I mean, and you're, you know, looking at Tom Brady's, that is a really solid buy in my opinion. So that's what I've got, guys. There's lots of these rookie cards out there for Tom Brady. I just picked 5 that, you know, I thought there's different reasons. For scarcity reasons, I wanted to have a mix of Patriots unis and Michigan unis. I know that there's a lot of other cards that are popular, and definitely ones that are more rare and more valuable than the ones that I picked. For example, that 2000 Bowman Chrome, there's a refractor version. There's only 7 PSA 10s in existence. And I'll put up, I'll show you, there's one that's listed right now at $75,000. I'll put a picture of it, or best offer. I wonder what that's going to look like. But that just shows you where these cards, now that's not a sold price. So, you know, but somebody's asking $75,000. But heck, I mean, there's only 7 of those in existence. So that's a mega card to have. I mean, that's definitely probably top 3 Tom Brady rookies that have been made, and that's even with the autos and all the rest of the stuff that's out. So thanks for joining me on this one. Like I said, I'm not much of a Patriots or a Tom Brady fan, but I can't deny that he's got serious collectability and investability for his rookie cards and cards in general. So comment below, let me know what you guys think. Excited to get to the next video. And I appreciate you tuning in. Please subscribe. We're going to keep them coming every day. So thanks very much. Have a good one.